So on to something that I really take pride in is auxiliary stuff. So these are like in former gospel music, you would hear the piano dominant. Like now today, the piano has just gotten pushed down in the mix because there are so many more things to add to the mix that you need to have, so you got to make room. So sometimes that main piano back, and I miss those days, I really do, but certain records require not the piano to not be the forefront. And in my music, piano is not the forefront instrument. It's guitar. That's just my taste. So in my records, most times you're going to hear that piano ducked up under, because you're going to hear auxiliary stuff a little bit sharing that space, but just a little about a dB above where the piano would be. Guitars as well. So they're kind of sharing that focal point. So guitar and auxiliary, instruments is taking up a lot of space. So look at my track count on my auxiliary stuff. Like it just keeps going. So I don't know how many I'm looking at, but this is how I fill up my records. So now every one of these pieces mattered. Like I'm a big fan of this guy right here. If you listen to my records all the way from the anthem, at the first verse, you hear that. I know you do. At the anthem, you hear that. But I picked another one that kind of that took out more of the high frequency stuff. So it was more low end frequency, sonic stuff. But that's in a lot of my records. Why? Because something just happened. And I don't know what happened. I just felt it. Like that boom was like, dang, what happened? Like this track just exploded on me. And nobody knows why it did. This was a part of why the track exploded on you. The next section, it just something happened out of nowhere. But keep in mind, that has to line up with that kick drum. So if that kick drum is right at that bar 12 and I pull up that kick drum, bam, it's right there. Look at the transient. Because if it's off, something's going to be sonically out of place. So you want to think about where that's actually going to be. So by hand is good, but add it, okay? So I'm going to keep going. All the fun stuff, man. This is why I have fun. Tell me you heard that in the record. Tell me you heard it. You probably didn't hear it. But what's helping that line? Because you think it's only guitar, but there's a lot of parts doing that because it's making a tone. So you have all these different instruments that are playing that line. Here's another one. So here's another one. And mind you, I'm picking these because there's a frequency there that I need to even off the frequency scale for me. Like, every one of these has a frequency that it belongs to. And again, I encourage you to pull up your EQ and look at an analyzer and start learning what these frequencies look like. Like, train your ears to hearing a frequency, because I could tell you just by listening to a sound where that frequency lives, where that instrument lives in frequency. Like, you have to start teaching your ears how to hear that, because the best of the best producers don't pick sounds just by the sound. They pick it by the frequency, and that's how you know the next level producer, because they're just not just picking sounds. Like, I think the worst, I'll say the producers that need to grow is the ones that don't know how to pick your instruments. Like, that's a huge part. Like, everything don't belong in your track. Like, these motifs are great, but these sounds are getting exhausted. So you better learn how to tweak that sound and carve out frequencies that belong, carve out ones that don't, throw some delay, make it your own. That's what the next level producer would do. I'm gonna keep going. Did you hear this? Like, who would think to put a tube bell in their stuff. Like, I thought it was the cheesiest thing in the world until I tried it. And I'm like, okay, that lives in a space where my boom right here, these work together. Those said something, like something just happened again. I don't know what, but a tube bell kind of painted that picture. You know what I mean? So it's little things like that. You know, I'm a huge, so I'm just gonna play the aux stems. This is big. It's taking up every frequency there is. Look at my analyzer. Look at all the space that it's taking up. Because if it was only one instrument, it wouldn't grab all of these frequencies. If it was just one choice of aux instruments, it would not get all this frequency range. It's not one instrument that you can pick will cover all of this. Sorry. So that means you got to go back and add other ones that kind of make up the difference, okay? So take your time and go through these aux. Like little stuff like... You probably would never heard this. I don't know why I put that in there, but it did something. It's moving. You can see the wave file moving left and right. But that's just the patch. What is that doing? I'm playing it. Tell me if you hear it. Can't hear it. Let me turn it up. There we go. So if I do this, I'm gonna turn it down. I'm gonna mute it now. It's gone. Now I'm gonna add it. What did it do? And it was a little hot now, you know what I'm saying? But it does something. It's really, I can't express to you enough how important small things matter in your mixes, okay?
When you got one of those modes where I don't know what to do, I'm stuck.
You're right.
All I do is listen to something like that, and it's like, okay, now
I
got something.
Exactly.
I have like every single plugin. For some plugins, you be spending like hours just trying to find that one sound. You took the time to really curate and find like a group of like sounds that's really usable, that get straight to the point.
You're giving them enough to get started so they can walk into a room with someone and be like, all right, man, what am I missing?
I love the plugin, man. I think it's incredible. I think people are gonna be like, wow. I mean, you got the sounds, people looking for sounds like that. Look, now they just get the plugin.
You know what I mean? So you literally can just cook a complete record like just from this plugin. And for me, it's like not about a whole bunch of sounds, it's about production.
He gonna come out the gate sounding legit.
Yeah.
Out the gate sounding legit because of something like this. So I'm telling everybody, man, get the juice pack.
It's the truth, bro. I got to have it.
It's fire. It's definitely juice. D-Lo got the juice.
Yo, I want to thank you for making it to the end of this clip. We appreciate you watching this breakdown. If you want to see more videos like this, please feel free to check out the links right over here. If you want to take your production, mixing, or whatever to the next level, or check out some of the other products that we have, make sure you check the links down in the description and in the comment section of this video. All right, I appreciate you guys. We'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.